Alright, let's do this. Boom. Yes. So what's the plan here? Basically, I reset all the unique buildings and we're going to get them all back. This is going to be a real ongoing series. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The first up on the menu, though, is we want the Sphinx of Scenarios, as well as the Rainbow Unicorn Park, because, I mean, we can't have a proper city without a sparkly, magical Rainbow Unicorn Park. And so, what I'm going to be doing here is doing all of these scenarios. You have to get all 5 of them, and I will probably lose them a whole bunch of times. It'll be hilarious. I'll get angry. Everyone's going to love it. So, let's start with Floodland, probably my least favorite. Yeah, basically, it's annoying. We have to survive as the whole map slowly floods, is how it works. And let's change the name from Lakedale, because that's boring, to, how about Yeast? You remember Yeast, right? From my very first Let's Play. It's the drowned city, and yeah, I think that works perfectly. We could have gone with Atlantis as well, but no, Yeast. Yeast works for me. So, losing conditions. Own at least 5 city area tiles, or have less than 0 money, or play 15 game weeks. Population under 1. So that's how we lose. To win, we have to survive for 240 game weeks. So, this scenario is super annoying. I've beaten it before, but oh god, I hated it. You have to play very differently from how you normally would. So let's hit the start button, and we will immediately pause before the world starts to drown in a tidal wave. So, what's annoying about this scenario is you have to move around a lot, right? Oh, it's gonna take forever to load, but basically you have to. The map is slowly flooding, so you have to get out of the lowland as fast as you can. At the same time, though, you can't spread too much, because if you have over 5 city tiles, then you lose. So it's like a timing thing. Basically, if you don't buy tiles to spread to before they flood, obviously you'd run out of money and lose. At the same time, you can very easily end up buying too many tiles. I don't know. It's you have to kind of predict where you're going to be buying tiles in order to get to high ground as fast as you can, and then you hold down the high ground. And there's a lot of rebuilding. You have to constantly move everything while keeping your budget small. It's very annoying. The other ones aren't so bad, but I would consider Floodlands and the Tsunami one to be the worst 2. And so let's just jump right into the harder ones first, get them done, and then I can relax and have a good time doing the tornado one and things like that. But yeah, welcome to the Floodland. You will need your wits if the city is to survive. You are not prepared. Someone's clearly a World of Warcraft fan. Oh God, I am too. Don't get me wrong. I realized I had a gaming compulsion involving MMOs where it was taking over my life, and now it's like bittersweet, right? I remember having tons of good times playing World of Warcraft, but also regret just the vast amount of time wastage that it represented. So, yeah. But anyway, so Floodland, basically a massive amount of water is going to pour down into the map, and we have to keep ahead of it the whole time. So let's hit OK. We're still paused. Very good. As for, like, here it is. Here it comes. And it's just going to go straight here and start pouring into our city. The whole idea is you have to keep your budget really small, make money on every tile before it floods. And it's tricky and annoying, and I don't love it. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to focus on dirt roads, because they're way cheaper than anything else. I'll just stretch this out here. This looks like higher land. You also don't unlock the topography info panel for a while. So it's hard to tell where the low lowest terrain is and where the highest is at first. I don't know. Very annoying scenario, all in all. But you just kind of have to deal with it. Now, I believe that the trees are, relatively speaking, a bit safer in terms of... I'll just go up like this and over. Now, you don't want to spend too much too quickly. So, the other weird thing, and it's counterintuitive, but you want to put... Normally, you don't put your water tower in the middle of your residential, right? Like that's usually a recipe for disaster. But in this scenario, you kind of do. And the reason why is, well, nothing in here matters. It's all going to be flooded and destroyed. And this means you spend less money on pipes. And the least amount of money that you spend on this map, the better off you'll be, especially early on. So we don't want our pipes to be super, like, long and expensive. We want them to just, like, be right in the area, ready to go. And so I'm going to stretch this out a bit. And yeah, you kind of have to have the mindset of nothing here is going to matter in the long run. It will all be wiped out, so it's fine to build it kind of like... the way you're wanting to build it, right, is you want to build it... okay, so we want the wind turbine up here, just because this land it takes a little bit, you can see on the map, like, this looks like lower terrain, so this area floods first, and all that. Like, normally, you'd almost want a coal power plant, but, I think coal power plants are a little too expensive for this scenario. The other thing I'm going to be doing, and I normally never do this, but I'm going to be spreading power lines throughout where we're zoning. And the idea is having these power lines here means that instead of, like people moving in right here and then spreading out and going where the power is, they're all instantly going to they start building right next to where the power is. So it's a good way to speed up the development of your city as fast as possible. And I'm just going to plop this guy here and get these pipes all over the place, because basically citizens will want to move in wherever the pipes are straight away, and the sooner that you have people living in this area, the better off you'll be. Plus it saves me money because I'm not building as many pipes everywhere. So early game, you want to just spend as little as possible on pipes and water and things like that. I should have it up to here. Stretch this here. I think I need to extend this just a little bit further so that we'll have water in all of our zoning area. Very good. And let's make sure that there is even more power line. We can just go down like this, I guess. And let's zone. Let's just get very aggressive. And the idea is you want to get... we'll do fill. Fill's much faster. Boom, boom. But yeah, like, you want things to grow and develop super fast, because none of this land is going to be around all that long. So you don't really want to invest in your first tile, because the first tile will fill up and be useless. And we'll probably be spreading towards this direction, because this higher terrain will be safer. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at it. Anyway, let's unpause, and I'm just going to let it run very slow at first. And see, yeah, they're building up everywhere, because you want to get your budget high fast, because if you go below zero, that's the end of the scenario. It's very tricky at first. It gets a little bit easier with time, but in the beginning, it's a little tough. We could probably actually get more of this going on. I know this land's going to flood pretty soon. Like, you can see it up here. It's coming. So, but we might as well use it while we got it and try to develop as fast as possible. Yeah, early in the scenario, speed is king. You have to... what happened to our power line? Did I disconnect it somehow? That's so weird. It seems to be working, but it's not connected. Odd. Anyway, let's fill this up, and we'll have to add some more pipes here. Oh, and I need sewage. I do need sewage, so that is important. And I'm just gonna put the sewage like in the middle of the map, basically right up here. It'll flow down into the water, like this little hole here. So I don't want to spend much on pipes. So put it here, and hopefully it won't flood back into where our residents are. It might, but again, this whole space already. It didn't connect to there. This whole thing, it's going to drown fairly soon. So I don't know if we absolutely care in the long term if the people are choking on their own waste. So this scenario is my least favorite by far. I don't know, it's just not fun. You can't build up anything cool. Yeah, I did disconnect the power there. Like that. Okay. And maybe stretch another power line to power this. And that should all connect up. There we go. And you can be sloppy in the beginning with it because all this stuff, it's going to... You can see it coming. Oh, Lord, it's coming. But yeah, you want to get up into the hillside ASAP, which means we can probably speed this up even. Because we're going to start zoning for some commercial and all that good stuff. Yeah, marquee tool is fine. Got to, I don't know, like so. And they will probably also want some place to work. And we'll just finish this down here. Basically, constant expansion as fast as you can. Getting ahead of the flood. Oh, the other thing I need to do, because budget-wise, before I forget, go to budget and you put this down to 50%. You won't need it very high initially, and it costs a lot of money. So that will keep us from going into... Money is the other thing. You need to keep constant flow of income coming. How do you not have... Oh, because I turned down... Okay, I'll add one more of these. And if I do it like that, it should spread. Okay. And see, now our budget is positive, and they're still able to grow, and they'll... Until you have about 1,000 citizens, you probably won't need to worry too much about it. I do have day-night cycle on because there is an achievement for 1,001 nights. And it's annoying in a way because, okay, I think I will increase the power budget back up to like 100%. Because it seems like it's... My little trick isn't working and they aren't getting enough water and stuff. And this will probably affect our budget pretty bad, but what can you do? Oh god, it's already here. Grow faster. There we go, Little Hamlet. Now, the medical clinic and the community school, both these are elementary school. Elementary school is cheaper. These are great for helping to speed up the development of parts of the map that haven't grown yet. Like down here, for example. If we put this in, this is going to drive people to move in to the area immediately surrounding it. So definitely do build the medical clinic in order to encourage fast growth, basically. And see how happy everyone is. It's obviously it's an expense, but it's kind of worth doing just for the extra growth that you get out of it. And we can speed it back up. I might lose this scenario a couple of times, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, Floodland's very annoying, and for some reason, it seems to be the one that I have the least luck with. Just in terms of... Alright, we can probably disassemble these power lines now and zone in here. Which will encourage, more people. Now that it's grown out so much. It gets less annoying later, because once you can buy, like, eventually you can buy some land that's big enough that you will just, like, I mean, high enough off the ground that it'll last a little bit longer, and that does make a difference once that happens. But initially, it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so you aren't getting power. Why? You absolutely should. Am I just not making... I'm not making enough electricity. Maybe I should have gone with... not wind. Maybe I should have stuck with something else. Okay, here comes the water. Oh, I forgot that you get these little waves and kind of go over and cut off the... Ooh, that's troublesome. I might have already lost this scenario. Because I forgot it does fill up and flood the windmills a little bit. But basically, we're trying to grow to a size that we can actually get... Ooh, that's going to be a real issue, I think. The faster we can grow, though, the sooner I can buy a tile that is a little bit safer. And we can continue the scenario. If... Oh, that's... Oh, gosh, it's already... Come on, I need to get to 1,000 before everything fails. Okay. Okay, good. I got the next tile. Whew. It's scary, right? How quickly things fall apart. Yeah, we got to the next one, so we can pause. And let's consider our options. Can I do... I still can't see the heights of things, so I'm going to have to guess what the best direction to go is. Here's my thought process. I should follow the highway. And the reason why is, well, eventually we're going to lose access to the highway if we build over here. We would have to, yeah, it would get, and then we'd lose the scenario. So let's go ahead and continue to follow the highway. It seems like this terrain's getting a little bit higher, which is nice. And then, like, we can build up into the mountains and hopefully be okay. But yeah, you see how, like, tricky this scenario really is? Like, already, I'm going to have to abandon this section very soon, just because that's how it goes. But let's continue with dirt roads. My people don't get nice roads; they get dirt, and they'll love it. And then, yeah, just extend it down this way. I'm going to build a more permanent power source, a coal power plant up on this hill, I think. Just because it'll be a little bit safer up on the hill and it'll last longer. So let's change over to, like, stretching the roads down this way, though. 4,000. I gotta be careful with my budget. That's the other thing. Like, it's easy to want to, like, expand a ton, but if it kills your budget, you lose the scenario. So I'm just gonna do like so. And I think I'll have another connection across the highway here. And up into this hill where we can build a power plant. So let's go ahead and... We can't really afford that, so let's... Can I actually just move these and save some money? Let me try that. Yeah. I think that's a smart idea. We can put them up here for now. Because those two, they're already going to be useless just because. All this is getting flooded. We need to move this as well. And you see how it goes. It's like you kind of have to move everything constantly. And oh god, it's so irritating. Where is the water tower? Let's move that. I'm literally going to rebuild the city down here. Because... that is how I roll. Okay. Put it kind of in the middle here. And I want power line. I think I'll have the power line go like this to encourage growth along here. Is it too close? Keep an eye on that budget because, whew, can, and I don't like how you're snapping. Give me a little refund. Let's try this again. Sure, that'll work. And some zoning. And some pipes. Every so often I'll probably put like a little cross here. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter exactly where it goes. Space already occupied, come on. Okay, that says it's 90 degrees. I guess it is. It doesn't quite look right to me, but we're going with it. Okay, and then we'll spread down here. And the idea is like basically build as fast as you can, as much as you can, until you have to buy the next tile, and repeat ad nauseum until the requirement, like the week's requirement, it wears down. Let's see. So the last thing is we need sewage. I am going to, let's see, so we'll need it here. I'll connect it to there for now, because we still have people living here, which means it'll probably be usable for a little bit more time. So we can relocate you to like, oh, here I suppose. Another short pipe. And since all this stuff is getting flooded, there's no reason to continue to have streets here, because streets cost money. And I don't want to spend money on things that are flooded and useless. It's all about budgeting this scenario. All about the budget. So you're just kind of constantly destroying old stuff and kind of falling back as the flood advances. And get that one too. And I think I'll do a connector road here, since there's still some industry and stuff up here. If we can actually get connected to power. I'm not sure why it has no power. The other thing, 5,000. Oof. You gotta watch out for that. It's tricky. But that should be fine. We got some things are flooding here. Like this road. This road. Don't need a power line here anymore. Why are they without water? Didn't I put in... Oh, jeez. Whoops. A little mistake like that can be pretty serious, because now like all these people are going to be unhappy for a while. Oh, and you have no electricity, which means people are going to complain about sewage. Like so. Alright, maybe money. Hurry. Hurry, curse you. At a certain point, I'm going to say all these roads are done and smash the whole thing. In fact, I think we're at that point. Need some money to move the school and the other thing as well. Yeah, and you can never relax on this scenario. That's the other thing. Like, some of the scenarios, like if you survive the initial disaster, after that you're fine, basically, but not this one. This one you are constantly rebuilding and like having to move everything, and you gotta be real careful on the budget. I mean, it's kind of a nightmare. Honestly, like this is my least favorite scenario. That's why I'm doing it first. I want to do it when I'm fatigued and you know, like having like struggled through 3 or 4 other scenarios. I want to take care of it straight away. so I can, you know, relax and have fun with honestly, some of the other ones are straight up fun. Like, they really are. This one, though, is not. Okay, let's relocate, and hopefully it won't be crazy expensive. 2,000, okay. That there. Still watching the budget. I mean, we can afford it if it's 2,000 something. But we're getting low. Okay, and I guess still need you. Just for the meantime, we're gonna move both those things in a minute. How's our budget doing? It's dropping because we're starting to lose people. Hopefully we don't go too far into negative. Oh dear. Okay, time to slash the budget. Like I said, we're going to be doing this over and over again. Keep roads at 100%, but we can drop the other stuff. Alright, come on. You got to go higher. We need to move in. Oh, they don't have water over... Okay, crap. Loan time. Let's see. We'll take the smaller loan. Hopefully we can pay it off sooner rather than later. Because I made a goof and I didn't build pipes here. I probably didn't need to relocate that one building just yet, but that's the thing about this scenario. You gotta be very, very tight with your budget. Okay, and they should have power here. I'm not sure why they don't have it. Maybe if I just do that. There. Okay. Came over here. Get those operating so people move in so our budget fixes itself sooner rather than later. God, I'm sweating. I'm just like super nervous about whether or not this is going to like work out. Wow, that's really bad right now. I think I'm going to shut down. We'll keep the medical clinic open, but the school, I think, is going to get shut down for a little while. Just so once people move in, our budget will recover and we'll be fine, but they gotta move in and start spending money on taxes. What else? Can I smash? Yeah, all these roads are done, so let's stop paying for them. Get up here as well. There's gonna be a ton of pausing and redoing stuff. Now, once I get the ability to build like flood walls, you can kind of protect some areas for a little while. Like, there's so much water, flood walls won't hold everything off forever, but it can slow it down. Really, the way to survive indefinitely is to grow the city enough that you can buy like really high land and you hang out on the high land. Because this slows down. Like, initially it's very fast, but it will slow down, and once it does, you can kind of survive. Let's zone a little bit more residential since there's some demand. And we need to fix our budget. Come on, come on, come on, come on, go up. Yeah, I'm just sweating. I'm so nervous. It gets better after you buy the third tile. Once you have the third tile, you can actually like see how it gets high land here. You can floodgate basically and protect yourself. So it's just making sure you don't drop below that budget. Okay, I'm going to increase this up to like 60, and we'll do like 70%. Because people need power. This is just an old house. It's just an old house. Okay. I think we need to move this now. I'll just put it like here. Can I put it on this? Seems like I can. Okay. Which means I'm also going to move you like up here. That'll be very economical. But I think it makes sense to extend this down here so that people can move in. And I'll have that. It'll encourage people to move in because they'll be, well, you know, just like they'll have the actual, the ability to move in. I'm gonna put a little turnaround at the end of this as well. This road will let people drive off the highway and move in faster. And once my budget corrects, I'm going to reopen the school. That'll encourage more people to move in quickly. It's nerve-wracking, these scenarios, man. I would say this is the hardest one. But, oops. I do want to be... Hello, dog, come on. You don't need to whine so much. Yeah, she still has that anxiety, and I don't know how to fix it. It's like a codependency. Oh, don't light on fire. That's annoying. Shh, quiet. Come on. You're always crying. No one wants to cry, baby dog. No one wants to... Stop scratching me. You've been fed? You've been walked? You're fine. We're going to have to take the second loan, which is not good because the interest is quiet. I'm doing a recording and you're... because we can't let everything be on fire. Okay, we'll just put that there. And those fires will spread. Not only do I have nighttime turned back on, I also... Stop it. I also have I turned on RAM scenarios and all that good stuff. So, what is the little power line here? Okay. Cool. And now she's fine. Now she's like, okay. I whined a bit. I got pet, and then I can walk away. It's I don't know. Okay, we're starting to run out of both those, so let's go back to our budget, and this goes back up to 100. Yeah, my mom is out doing some shopping and whatnot, and when she's away, the dog panics. And it really is kind of just a codependency thing. Like my mom is like carries the dog around all the time and stuff, and so the dog can't be by itself anymore, which I don't know if that's like the greatest thing for either of them. I think it's not great for the dog. I don't think it's all that great for my mom either, but you know, people just that kind of stuff happens, I guess. So let me let's move on. Let's talk about like friendlier subject. While the world floods here, so why am I doing this scenarios? Well, it's just because I got really into Cities Skylines thanks to those series of competitions I was doing. I thought it'd be kind of a fun little. All right, I am going to invest now in this. Put it up there, so that should solve our electricity issues. And I think we can reopen this. It seems like our budget is almost recovered, and the extra happiness will help people move in, which will help us to continue. Okay, that is still not flood. See, once it spreads out in these flatlands, it takes longer for the water to rise. So it gives you a little bit of extra time now. You just gotta like watch out like for your budget. And okay, I see we have a need for a police station, but I'm worried about the costs. We'll put one down just because I don't want people to abandon the city. And the last thing we'll need is garbage. Let's do the cheaper option. I'll just put it here. But yeah, it's a whole purse dog thing, you know, like carrying your dog everywhere, and eventually they freak out if you can't be around, and I honestly don't think that's all that great for them. But it's mostly like you know how people get, like they get anxious and they want to have a comfort animal around. Oh, you need a pipe, is why you're not getting water. Let's solve that problem. We'll develop like up here. I think we've got a little bit of time until the floodwater reaches here. We'll turn around because this is flooding. And the faster you build, the faster you can unlock the next tile and get into higher and safer terrain. So you got... This is what I mean about needing to like just constantly be on your toes. You have to be building all the time. I don't know. There's no moment to relax in this scenario, which is tricky for a Let's Play because you kind of want to chat about stuff and all that. But at the same time, I think we gotta get that unicorn park, right? So my goal, like, what do I want to do? Well, I need to scratch the City Skylines itch. So I turned off all unique buildings that we had unlocked. They're all gone. Like if we go in here, why are you back? Oh, these you start off with. Tiny Town, which does not extend your area, so we gotta continue to grow. We could put some parks to encourage people to move in. That's a possibility. And we get canals. Now, I could use a canal to slow down the flood a bit. Which I might do. Like, if I put a canal here, basically, the water has to fill up the canal. Which might be worth doing. I don't know. Canals are expensive. We are making money now, though. Let me look at... Do we have any terraforming? Like, can I build a flood wall now? I can. I think I will. I'm going to do like a combo of a flood wall and a deep canal. And that might hold them back the flood for a little while. I want it to be like aligned and straight. Which is kind of hard to exactly do. Yeah. And that'll hold it back for a bit. But we do have to like just be aware that we will have to abandon this tile. It does fill up, and at a certain point it will overrun any kind of fences you build. Like you can't get lackadaisical and think, oh, I don't have to frantically continue to build as much, but you do. This will buy us maybe an extra 10 minutes before this floods, which is good. It'll pay for, like, basically the reason I'm building this is I think it will end up paying for itself in terms of holding back the flood water just a little while longer. So that makes it worth it in my eyes, but... right out to the sea. The issue is it will get up to here and then go around the back. So actually, let's actually plan for that and stretch this up this way just a bit. I want this to be nice and even. Sure. We don't have to pay too much attention to it, but enough. And this will buy us some time, but like I said, it eventually gets deep enough that even this won't do it. Does mean though, like maybe a little bit longer for me to build out this section of the city before the waters take it over. And since we have parks, I think I'm going to build a couple of parks, increase the land value, which will encourage people to move in. Make sure all this is zoned. Cool. And make sure they have water, because they love to complain about not having water. I think I'll bust these pipes up as well. I think they actually do cause issues. The other thing is I'll have to move the sewage because it's not working anymore. So much rebuilding. It always is a little bit much. Come on. So yeah, the oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hold on. Okay. I just want to get my phone and all that. Hold on. Let me send out a quick thank you. Boom. I'm getting some delicious food. It's coming in my general direction, which is nice. Then, boom, boom. Build this section out. Make sure everybody has jobs and is happy and wants to move in. I don't know what has been going on with my mouse. It keeps doing that double click thing and it's driving me nuts. I don't know really how to fix it. And last but not least, we need to move you. I'm just gonna put them there. Section pipe we don't need anymore. No, I don't want to blow up the structure. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So hopefully a lot of people move in, and what is a cheap? Let's see, 1,000 small park. Sure. I'm gonna put in like one or two of these, just to encourage people to move in this general area. And also it makes you, oh god, it makes you some profit, because the land value will go up, which is, oh no. That is an issue. It won't quite jump the gap. Okay, I guess I have to build way more than I bargained for, but that might encourage people to move in anyway, so I guess it's okay. I wish I had jumped the gap there. It might have been able to if, still no power? Okay, power, good. Yeah, you gotta watch that stuff. It's real tricky. But at this point, we build up our population even further, and we make a lot of weekly income and all that good stuff. So I think this is a good stopping point for our first episode, but you get the general idea. Essentially, the waters will, now that it in the very first tile, it fills up very fast, right? Because it's concentrated. But now that it is filling up such a wide area of land, it takes longer for the same amount of water to flood you out. And so, we get topography now. And you can see here, what my next plan is, I'm going to buy down here because there's higher terrain. I'm going to wall this off using the hillside to help me. And at that point, I think we can just wait it out. And it's just a matter of waiting it out. Now, is there a way... Can I actually look at the amount of weeks that have passed? Like, how close are we to winning this scenario? That I'm not sure. That's policies. I feel like there is a... Would it be under milestones? Goals. Okay. Getting up there. You lose the game. Okay, we lose the game if after 15 weeks our population drops to 1, which we're doing okay with. We're not there yet. Less than 0 money. You gotta watch that budget the whole time. So basically, don't run out of population and don't run out of money at this point. And just, it's a waiting game. 240 weeks. So we're already at 36, which isn't crazy, but are you out of electricity? Should have plenty. It's just not quite jumping across. So I want to... I guess I'll do this. It's ugly, but it'll help people grow and move in. Let's see, I probably need more commercial. So let's make this into... Yeah, we already got water here, so... Anyway, yeah, basically the rest of the scenario is trying to outrun this water, trying to buy the next tile. Usually when you buy 3 tiles, once you buy like the terrain I showed you, that high terrain, you can last for the last couple of weeks if you build a flood wall and stuff. So far though, I mean it's busy filling up like up here a bit, like if we go back to topography. So I think we'll be able to hold off for a little while longer. But you can see like the sections, right? So the next section that'll fill up is this little rim here. And then the third is this bigger rim. So at that point we want to be over here. And it'll continue to fill up until the entire map will be drowned. So, you know, it's a pretty realistic scenario. Like, sea levels are rising. So there's like something here. Is there just like a little... Yeah, there's some... Smash it. Hello? Is this a glitch? Well, I can't quite... That's gonna annoy the hell out of me, but I can't like quite get it. Anyway, I think we are good with our time though, so I'm gonna call this an episode. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, and yeah, sorry, you got like I woke up a little cranky this morning, I think, and you know, like when the dog was like whiny, and yuck. So this episode, we'll end it on this note. Yeah, it's starting to pour in. This will delay it a bit, but not much, if I'm being honest, because this canal will fill up faster than you can imagine. And then the flood thing will hold back a bit longer, but I don't know. Not as much as you would hope. I'm almost wondering if by building this canal, I'm adding vulnerability to it. In terms of, like, now the water has access point down to here. I'm not really redirecting it away from things. I'm redirecting it towards things. Now I think about it. Let me see if I can change that. And then we'll call the episode. Yeah, I want it to go this way and not towards the city. I can't delete this. What is going on with the bulldozer? Oh, I'm stuck underground. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. And that's probably why I couldn't get this. Yeah, boom, finally. Because that way the water will want to go back down here instead of going up into my actual town. So we can speed up the time. Probably get rid of that now. It's spread out. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna let it run, and we'll get our 1001 Nights achievement eventually. I wish that it actually kept track of that. Like, it seems like it doesn't want to, but and yeah, I think we got this scenario in the bag. Like, the tricky part is in the very beginning. Now all we have to do is grow a little bit further out, and we'll be able to buy the safest tile and wall it off a bit, and just we'll be able to last for, you know, a decent amount of time in the third tile and wait out this scenario. So thanks for tuning in, everybody, and look forward to scenarios where we're going to do all 5 of the disaster scenarios and seal our Magical Unicorn Park victory. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then what's the plan after that? Well, I want to just build a big grand city. I don't know, like, well, we'll have to do a snow map at some point too, but my thought process is save that for actual winter, and build like a Santa village or something. I don't know. That's kind of for the future though. But yeah, I'll probably build like a nice, like, fancy city once I unlock all these scenarios. But for now, we're doing these scenarios. I think that'll fill up the better part of the summer. And it'll get us achievements and all that good stuff. So I'm pretty happy with being into some Cities Skylines. So cheers.